Hello everyone and welcome to Round Glass Living. I'm Nico DiMattina and today I'm in Melbourne, Australia, my hometown. Thanks all for joining me for this session where we explore sound vibrations to attune with our higher selves. Yes, please. It's such a pleasure to be here sharing this timeless wisdom with you all, and we are grateful that there are a million other things you could be doing right now, but you've chosen to be here with us. And as such, your gift of time is so valuable to us. So let's jump straight in. In today's session, we will explore awakening to our cosmic nature by using the primordial sound of the universe, Om. The wise sages of ancient India shared that when you refine your senses so deeply to attune to the cosmic intelligence, that the first vibrational sound that we can detect with our awareness is Om. We often see Om written as OM. However, the more accurate way to write it is actually consists of 3 letters but 4 sounds. The letter A, the letter U, the letter M, and then stillness, the space of stillness after, which all represent an aspect of consciousness and the universe. So we're going to put up a little graphic here for you to follow along. So to go into more detail about the AUM and the stillness, the A represents creator, the creation operator, the creation force of the universe, also known as the waking state. The U represents the preserver or the maintenance operator or the maintenance force of creation, also known as the dreaming state. So we've got the A as the creation, the U as the maintenance, and then the M is the destruction operator or the destroyer, that force of destruction, also known as the sleeping state. And lastly, the 4th sound is the sound of stillness. This is called Turiya. Now, the Turiya represents the absolute, the super consciousness, the transcendent state of awareness. So, the ancient yogis were so dialed in to this universal wisdom, right? This individuality and the universality and the merging, or the word yoga means union, the coming together of 2 things, our individuality and our universality as one. This is what yoga is. So we start to explore this now with Om. Now, I remember when I first experienced the powerful effect that chanting Om continuously delivers while I was in my yoga teacher training. I distinctly remember feeling my body vibrate from my head and down to my toe, and in turn feeling this one with the universe type feeling, which was such a delicious feeling. I remember being so excited to begin to share this with the world and with my students. So, who's ready to have your own experience of feeling the universal vibration of Om? All right, let's give it a try. So for the next 10 minutes, we're going to work with the sound of Om. We're going to chant Om verbally out loud. If you're in an area where you can't, you need to be a bit quiet, you can also think the mantra Om quietly inside your body. You can just feel it reverberate in your heart and throughout to the rest of the body. But if noise is no barrier, I encourage you all to say it verbally out loud. So we're going to chant Om non-stop for 5 minutes. And it's what we call a rolling Om. So the Om, and then it keeps rolling into the next Om, and then the next Om. And at the end of the 5 minutes, we're going to sit in the stillness of the silence for the final 5 minutes to complete the 10 minutes. And in terms of, people often ask, well, what's the cadence of saying Om? Should it be, how should it be? We want to aim for it to be softly, gently, a little bit slower, effortlessly and gracefully. We don't want to be fast or forceful. And lastly, just before we begin, at the end of the A and the U and the M, we just want to let that stillness be for a few seconds and then begin rolling into the stillness again. Okay, let's begin. Closing down your eyes, sitting in an upright position. Hands can be comfortable on the lap or on your knees, or thumbs face up, whatever you feel comfortable. Okay, with the eyes closed, let's begin. So we're going for about 3 seconds of each, 3 to 4 seconds, and then the stillness. And let's continue. And keep this flow going with the A and the U and the M and the stillness. And as you're doing it, just connecting with your body, connecting with the sensations on how you're feeling within you. Can you feel the vibration? Keep this cadence going. You're doing great. We've got 2 more minutes to go. Notice what you can feel in the body, feeling the vibration, any sensations. We've got 30 more seconds to go. our last one together. And just allowing the breath to settle into its most natural rhythm. And just sitting in this stillness. Notice the sensations that are coming up. Do you feel the vibration in your body? So with every sound of and stillness, every sound is representing one of the forces of nature, of the universe, one of the operation functions. So we're connecting with our ability to create, the ability to start new projects, move into foreign territory in our lives. And sometimes when we create things, those creations then move into maintenance, where they continue to sustain and preserve. So we're also connecting with that function. And then at some point, those creations that were initially creations that moved into sustaining and preserving, at some point, they have become obsolete and irrelevant. And this is where the destructive force of nature comes into play. And often we think that destruction is a negative thing in our Western world, because we're a bit more binary with good and bad. However, the yogis looked at this third dynamic of destruction actually creates the space for old things to die out, for new creations to emerge again. So in that Om, the rolling Oms, we're connecting with all of those forces of nature that are playing out in our life and outside of our lives too, in the rest of nature and the universe. And the stillness at the end, we're connecting with that transcendental state of awareness, connecting with the absolute consciousness, the universal consciousness. So we'll just stay here in this next minute, keeping the eyes closed. Just noticing if anything that I've just shared resonates with you and what you're feeling in your body, or even what you're experiencing in your life right now. Thirty more seconds. And let's all take one collective inhale all the way up to the top, till you can't breathe anymore. And let's hold it for 10 seconds, visualizing, bring your attention to your third eye center in the middle of the eyebrows, the midbrain, holding your energy there. 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhaling. Exhale the breath fully all the way to empty. And gently bring your awareness back into the room and slowly opening your eyes. Now let's take a look if anyone has put any comments in the chat, and I'll respond to them now. So we have someone mentioned, I like mantra meditations. I find them to be affirming and directing. Beautiful. It really is, yeah. And another person mentioned, I've tried mantra meditations and they help me focus. Great. Now, it's interesting about that word focus is what the mantras are doing are helping us purify the old, purifying any irrelevancy, anything we need to dissolve, right? So that comes in the form of, a lot of the sound vibration helps move stagnant energy within us to then create the space for the new. And when we create space for the new, that's where the attention is expanded and we can sharpen our focus to give our attention to the things that we want to create and grow. So I love those reflections. So just remember that we are vibration, and the sounds of the mantras, we attune to our senses. We attune our senses to our cosmic nature, that universality. So we are vibration. It's a beautiful thing to know. And vibration is the thing that governs, the laws of nature. There's sound, there's vibration everywhere around us. Sometimes we can't detect it though with our eyes, but we can connect it on the level of the subtleties of our feelings, our senses, right? So what we can do is attune our senses so we can vibrate higher for greater fulfillment and greater health ultimately. So there's a great quote by an author named Amit Ray. And he says, the singing sun, the shining moon, the singing stars, and the singing galaxies are the direct expression of the divine word AUM. Beautiful. So we're connecting with our divinity within us and outside of us. So I really love mantra meditations. And just for anyone who's unaware of what the word mantra actually means in Sanskrit, man means mind and tra means vehicle or tool. So these mantras are mind tools. They're ways of purifying our mind and reconnecting our mind with our true nature, with our cosmic nature. This is that state of yoga. So know that your natural state, our natural state of awareness is bliss. This bliss consciousness state is our natural state of awareness. This is our cosmic nature. And this same state of awareness is also that state of our creativity. So let's use this creativity that we all have within us, that inner knowing and inner wisdom, that inner ability to create, to live life on our terms, on what lifts up our spirits and lights us up. It's a very empowering thought to leave on. So lastly, remember that you can meditate with us here at Round Glass Living live every single day. So join us anytime at roundglass.com and also on our app. I look forward to seeing you all next time. And until then, stay curious and keep it playful. Namaste.